Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PR Talk Show, initiated by Rabdi Meher, a national NGO based at New Delhi, India. Our today's guest is Joe Egan, a globally known boxer, Hollywood actor, and ambassador of Ambe Group, United Kingdom. And I'm your host, Mohammed Shahbaz Alam. How is Joe?
I am very good, thank you, all things considering. And I hope you are keeping well, and all your listeners, with what's happening in the world at the moment. A lot of sadness with the COVID. I hope, please God, I pray that it's over soon and we don't have too many more deaths. It's been very, very sad, tragic times for the world.
Absolutely right.
But there's hope, because I think it's starting to come to an end now. So we just pray that it's over soon. But I've been involved with AMBI for 12 years, the AMBI Medical Group. I'm also an ambassador now for Zota Protein. They're based over in India. And I'm very, very proud. They've got Kapil Dev, the Indian cricket legend, is an ambassador for Zota, and I'm alongside him. And what a man to be alongside, an Indian legend.
Excellent.
So I'm very, very proud.
We are also very proud, and we all Indian loves you a lot. Bollywood is your fan, actually. We are fan of
But you know
Bollywood,
something?
and Bollywood is fan of yours.
Well, the thing is, the Irish, I'm Irish. I was 7 times Irish boxing champion, which was an amazing achievement. To win 1 Irish title was an amazing achievement. To win 7 was wonderful. But the Irish people have always had a rapport with the Indian people. Up until recently, the Irish Prime Minister on Taoiseach was Leo Varadkar, and his father was a Sikh doctor, and his mother was an Irish nurse. So we had a Sikh as a Prime Minister. We had an Indian man as the Prime Minister of Ireland, you know, and that's the relationship that the Irish have with the Indian people. But the Indian people are a wonderful race. They're a wonderful race of people. You know, you've got Hindu, Catholic, Sikh. You know, you've got some wonderful cultures in India, and it's a beautiful place. I've been over many times. I've been very privileged to work with 3 of the biggest Bollywood stars in the world. I got to work with the first one I worked was with Shahrukh Khan on Ra 1. And what an honor to work with a man like him.
Oh, great.
You know, he was so wonderful. Personality, dignified, civilized, humble. And he is one of the biggest stars in the world. Then I got to work with Satinder Sartaaj on The Black Prince. An amazing man to work with, a beautiful actor and a wonderful singer. Then recently I got to work with Jackie Shroff, a legend of Bollywood. And he recently sent me wishes now the other day, Jackie did, because a friend of mine is a friend of his. And he sent me well wishes now the other day. And Jackie's son, Tiger, is a rising superstar as well, Tiger Shroff. So I'm hoping to work with Tiger soon after working with Jackie. But I love doing the Bollywood films. I've done Hollywood films, I've done British films, and I've done Bollywood films. And the fun that I've had the most was on the Bollywood films. But
Joe,
my background...
as we are very much aware about you, that you are the toughest man on the earth. No doubt about it. And by the age of 24, you have recorded over 80 wins, actually. And
when I started boxing when I was 10 years of age. And I had my first boxing match.
Okay.
I started my first boxing match at 11 years of age.
Oh, God.
And then I boxed for Ireland many times after winning Irish titles. And I went out to America. I boxed against the American champion. And then I got the opportunity to go and train in the Catskills, with Mike Tyson. And I lived and trained with Mike Tyson for nearly 2 years.
2 years, yeah. 2 years.
Sparring with Mike Tyson. He never put me down in 2 years. He made me cry. Mike Tyson hurt me many, many times. He made me cry many times, but he never knocked me down, which was an amazing achievement to stay on my feet, getting battered by Mike Tyson. He said one day after sparring, we sparred this particular day, and there was 4 white sparring partners, which was unusual because normally there would be some black guys. But this day, There was 4 white sparring partners, and he knocked 3 of them out. I was number 4, but I got battered from pillar to post, but he never put me down. And at the end of the spar, Mike Tyson said, Joe Egan is the toughest white man on the planet. Far from it. I was the toughest white man in the gym that day. But what a compliment from a man like Mike Tyson. And then I got to box Lennox Lewis. I had an amazing fight with Lennox Lewis. It was an honor to share the ring with Lennox Lewis. When you look at what Lennox went on to achieve, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. You know, I stayed on my feet with Lennox Lewis. So I stayed on my feet with the 2 best punchers of my era, Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. Probably the best win of my career. I lost on points to Lennox. I lost on a points decision to Lennox. But then in 1988, I beat in Atlantic City, I beat Bruce Seldon. He went on to win the world heavyweight title. So I got to beat 1 world heavyweight champion. Excellent. I got battered by the others.
Excellent.
But things in my life now, as a result of my boxing career, are starting to really, really happen. There's some wonderful things happening in my life. Mike Tyson launched my autobiography in Canary Wharf in 2005. A man called Randall Graham wrote my book. And Mike Tyson did the foreword for the book and launched the book in Canary Wharf. Excellent. And thousands of people came to Canary Wharf. There was loads of world boxing champions, loads of celebrities. I know everybody was there for Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson was there for me. He's been my friend. Excellent. 38 years. He's been over to Ireland, visit my mother. 4 times I've had him in Ireland visiting my mum. He speaks to my mother on the phone regular, which is wonderful. And she used to say to Mike, oh, Mike, thank you so much for looking after my son. He was battering me, but it was just boxing.
So,
but everything.
Something about your friends, families, and your mentors who supported you a lot during your struggle time.
Yes, I've got 4 younger sisters and 2 younger brothers. I'm the eldest of 7 children, and me and my 2 brothers boxed. The 3 boys boxed, and my sisters did gymnastics and things like that. But boxing was always strong in our family because my daddy used to box, and boxing has always been a tradition in our household. You know, because my granddaddy boxed, and his daddy boxed, and my great granddaddy boxed as well. So there's been a tradition in the Egan household of boxing. So I had to follow in the footsteps of my dad. And every child wants to make their parents proud. You know, my boxing made my daddy proud, and now my acting is making my mum proud.
Oh,
you know, because that's what, you know, boxed all over the world. I've got friends all over the world, and boxing is strong in India. The Indian boxing has been a strong nation in boxing. We've always done well in different tournaments around the world. Got a good heavyweight there a few years ago. He boxed in the World Championships. He boxed against the British fighter and Joyce. So India's always had a strong boxing team.
Absolutely right. And see, you were the chief guest of Pharma Ratna Universe in 2019, and you came along with the Ambe group, and you signed a contract with the Zota Healthcare Limited for nutraceutical promotions as an ambassador. So how was your experience during the Pharma Ratna Universe?
I am so honored to be associated with Zota over in India. They're such a fantastic company, family company, lovely people. And when I was over doing photographs, Dr. Mohesh, he looked after me. Mr. Zota looked after me. They all looked after me so well. Mahesh, Mr. Zota, they were all. And then we got invited to a wedding. We were made to feel like family. It was so wonderful. You know, so I'm very proud. I'm very, very proud to be associated with Zota. And then alongside, like I said, Kapil Dev, for my name to be associated alongside Kapil Dev, it's such an honor for me. He is an Indian cricket legend. I speak to people in the UK, I speak to people in Ireland about Kapil Dev, and they say, Joe, he is legendary. You know, so it's going to help me so much achieve more in India alongside this man and alongside a company like Zota. You know, I'm very, very proud. Very proud.
Excellent. I just want to know your opinion. Indian pharmaceutical industry is globally maximum supplier of medicine across the world. Even we are supplying 45% demand of USA, 25% whole demand of UK. So everybody now knows you very well because you visited Pharma Ratna Universe and you contributed a lot. So we are fan of you. So many
I
people
got to
are thinking
present.
about you as an ambassador for the pharma industry and herbal industry as well. So are you ready for that?
Yes, I would be honoured. When I
Yes,
got to
very good.
present the awards, I presented the awards at the Pharma Ratna show, and I got to present a number of awards. And every award I presented, I got an ovation, I got an applause. Every award, I thought that people might get tired of seeing me, but every time I got up, I got a bigger chair. I got a bigger chair, and I was like, wow, the reception I received at that award ceremony made me feel so. I was walking tall. I walked tall. I was very, very proud to be at that event, but to present so many awards at the event, it was such a wonderful feeling. It was I was so honored. That's the only way I could put it.
Excellent. So how many boxers you defeated till now on global platform or national platform?
Sorry?
How many boxers you defeated till now? And who was
How
the
many? Sorry, say it again.
how many boxers you defeated till now? And who were
How
the
many boxers?
people?
In my career, I had 105 amateur fights. I won 87 and I lost 18. And then as a professional, I only had 4 professional fights. I won 3, lost 1. I was making more money as a sparring partner. I traveled the world as a sparring partner. I sparred Mike Tyson for nearly 2 years. And then I got employed to spar with future Mike Tyson opponents. I sparred with Mitch Blood Green, Carl the Truth Williams, Alex the Destroyer Stewart. I sparred with so many great heavyweights. And I made a good living being a sparring partner. But when I was an amateur boxer, I won a bronze medal in the World Championships. I won 7 Irish titles. I won the New York Golden Gloves. I traveled the world as an amateur boxer. I was a good opponent for anybody because I was always strong. And I had a good chin. You know, I could take a good punch on my chin. I had a strong chin and strong legs. And I think that on my day, I was very, very tough for any opponents. But the ones I lost to, like the Lennox Lewis and people like that, they were more skillful than me. They were gifted with a lot of skills. I hadn't got many skills. I was just very tough. And that's all I've ever been in my life, is tough. People have said Joe Egan is a very, very tough hombre. He would be a good opponent for anybody. But I hadn't got, like what Lennox Lewis had, height and reach. He was 6'5". I'm only 6'1". I hadn't got the punch that Mike Tyson had. But I had a good chin and a good heart. And I was brave. I was very, very brave. But I think every boxer that climbs into the ring has to have courage. Because you play football, you play tennis, you play basketball, you play golf. You don't play boxing. It's not a game. Boxing is a serious sport. And I think when you walk to that boxing ring, you're the bravest of the brave. They've got women boxing now. They are so courageous. And I admire any fighter that climbs into the ring. Now they're climbing into cages to fight, and I admire that because it's a contact sport where you can get hurt. But the thing is, it gives you self-respect, and then it gives you respect. It gives you respect for other people, because that is so important in life, to have respect for yourself and respect for other people. And that's what boxing does for you. It gives you respect for yourself and for others.
Are you
I love the sport.
any mental health initiatives?
Sorry?
Are you associated with any mental health initiatives?
I do a lot of charity work for mental health.
Oh.
I do a lot of charity work for cancer charities. I do a lot of charity work as often as I can. I'm very busy between filming and doing promotions, but whenever I have time, I do as many charity events as I can. But the mental health issue at the moment, is very, very. It's growing all the time. Every day, people are coming forward with mental health issues, and now what's been happening with COVID, people being housebound, not able to go out because of being confined to their homes because of this COVID. People are suffering more with mental health issues. And I did a talk now the other week for a charity called Men Talk. And it's good to talk. If you've got an issue, don't let it fester inside you. Talk about it. If you've got an illness, because a problem shared is a problem halved. And if you don't talk about it and let people know that you're suffering, don't suffer in silence. You know, talk to somebody, get help before it consumes you. Because if you think about the way an acorn, if you let an acorn grow, it becomes an oak tree. If you let a spark become a flame, become a fire, it becomes an inferno. You know, so it's the same with an illness. If you can stop that illness at the start, then it doesn't become an inferno. You know, like if you can stop it at a spark. So when you feel that you've got any sort of issues, mental health issues, if you're suffering, get help straight away, because it's so important to speak to people and not get consumed by mental health. And it's sad. But the heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, he has suffered mental health, and he is now an ambassador for mental health. And if the heavyweight champion of the world can talk about being ill, it's easier now for normal people to be able to talk about being ill, because the heavyweight champion can do it. And look what he's achieved after being an ill man. He's got better, you know, so there's hope for others. It's so important to get help. Don't suffer in silence. So I do a lot for mental health charities.
Excellent, superb. And your message is very much clear. We should take a stand against this mental health, actually. And
Yes.
we should come out with these issues. We should talk about that issues. This is the solution
Yes.
to mental health. And
Definitely talk.
before COVID, there
Definitely
were
talk.
500 million people who are suffering from the mental health. And right now it multiplied more than that. So Global
But at
Mental
this moment,
Association of America started this initiative very hugely, and I am one of the member of that Global Mental Health Association. So hopefully, very
yes,
soon join hands together with you as a global ambassador for that.
anything at all I can do, it would be my pleasure. If I can help and make a difference in one person's life, that's an achievement. To be able to help one, and then if that one person helps somebody else, it can be a knock-on effect. We all have to try and help each other as best we possibly can. You know, because you can't stand idly by and watch people suffer. You know, so if I can make a difference in one person's life, it's a success. I'd like to try and help as many people as I possibly can. And if I get the opportunity, I will.
Excellent.
But
Every second, every 40 seconds, one person is dying because of the depression. So your word, your suggestion is very much clear, and we are very much fortunate and lucky that I'm talking to you regarding these issues on the global arena.
anything at all, like I say, anything at all I can do, if you just let me know and I'm free, I'll try and make myself free, you know, to help people.
Thank
But
you so much. Thank you so much. I have last question, because you are
yes,
globally known boxer, Hollywood actor, and most inspiring personalities. Show your message to your global audience and motivate them, because the health crisis due to COVID, everybody is tensed because we have lost jobs, business, and everything. So global community is affected right now. So what is your motivational suggestion for those people right now?
well, they say in life, the darkest hour of any day is the hour just before the dawn. So at this moment in time, we seem to be at a dark hour. But like I just said, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. So please God, and I mean this, please God, soon things start to get better. The world has suffered, people have suffered, and hopefully the suffering will be over soon and things will start getting better. But as my inspiration has always been Muhammad Ali. I idolized Muhammad Ali. And he made a statement once, and it was a beautiful statement. He said he wished people could love each other as much as they loved him.
Oh.
And to me, that would be a wonderful thing. If people in the world started to love each other more and stop all this fighting and racism and hatred, because God wouldn't want us to be this way. You know, there's thousands of religions. There's only one God. Call him Buddha, call him God, call him Allah. As long as you worship your God in the right way, pray, respect yourself, respect others, and love people, because we are all God's children at the end of the day. You know, and we've got to try and make this world a better place. And if we all help each other and try to do better, we can make the world a better place. And I just think the Muhammad Ali's words were so wonderful.
Lovely. Are really, we are first human being. We are Adam's and Eve family. Then
Yes.
and religion is a personal kind of thing. We should not be worried about
Yes.
who. We are human beings first. We
are all God's children. We are all God's children.
Absolutely. And we are Adam's family.
We're all God's children. We are here on this earth as God's children, and we should look after each other and look after the earth.
Lovely. I really respect you for your vision. The way you shared your vision. You are talking like a pastor right now.
Oh, thank you. I speak from my heart, you know.
Lovely.
I speak from my heart, you know, and I do. I care about so many people in this world, and people that I haven't even met. You know, I care about them because, like I say, we all share this planet. We are all God's children.
Absolutely.
And just because I haven't met the people and haven't met me, I wish them all well and I wish them happiness. When people ask me for my autograph, I always sign happiness because it's so important. It's so important to be happy.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what life's all about. You know, being happy and smiling. You know, you cry alone. You smile, the world smiles with you.
Lovely.
You know, smile.
Lovely. Thank you so much for your valuable
My
suggestions.
absolute pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Keep in touch. Thank you very much. And sharing your views. Everything.
Everybody stay safe and healthy. And God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joe Egan. You are really a
My
great
pleasure.
personality. Salute to you.
Thank you.
Both
Thank you.
Namaskar.
My pleasure. Bye now.
Take care.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye.